Here we are.
So.
Alright, so what are we talking about?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my sister, Adriana Rivera. She actually has a channel. Really quick. Let's just advertise her channel real quick. What is it called?
Adriana Rivera Production.
What is on your channel?
I usually do old covers of like Beach Boys songs or Elvis songs or just really anything old, you know.
Anything old.
Anything retro, 40s, 50s, and 60s. I would never go before or further than that. I also write originals, and that's what we're talking about today, originals.
And we're sisters, so that's all you need to know. So yeah, go ahead and check out her channel. I'll send you a link to her channel in the description below. And if you're new here, subscribe to my channel while you're at it if you like my content and if you want to be updated.
And if you're new here, listen to the Beach Boys. Sorry.
Yes, exactly. The main thing that we're going to be talking about today is how to write songs, and coming from two songwriters, whether we're like top-notch or novices, as our English teacher would say.
Novices.
Doesn't matter what level we're at, we're just sharing you some tips that we've learned from our experiences and just ways to help you write your songs or get better.
Well, first of all, me and I think we should just put this out there that me and Ava's originals are completely different things. Ava writes she's inspired by Charlie Puth. She likes his production work and just, you know, the way he writes his originals. A lot of those influences go into her music. And then my music is just jazz. Sounds like jazz standards. So obviously probably going to be different tips from each of us considering the styles of our music maybe. I don't know.
Either way, both of our tips are going to still help you no matter what style. Hopefully.
You never want to use a stupid word.
What do you mean? Like,
okay, when I was a kid, I wrote this one song and it was like, you're still in my heart, but you're carrying me like a shopping cart. And I was so, that's something you never want to do.
Well, you were just starting, and honestly, that's how we all are when we first start. She's right. You, like, what, is there an example of maybe, like, that was something that you've done. Is there an example of, like, maybe a lyric you think I've done, even now, that you think might be, like, cheesy?
Learn the ABCs again. Let me see, I feel young again.
Okay.
Learn the ABCs again.
I wrote this song. It's called, I think it was called...
I feel young again.
Yeah, it's called When I'm With You. It's about being with someone that makes you feel like a little kid, as in a good thing, and makes you feel younger than you really are. I said this, like, really cheesy line. It was like, sing the ABCs again. Like, brushing my hair like a Barbie, playing musical chairs.
Playing musical chairs.
Like, I get it, I had a theme, but, like...
Ava.
For me, if you want a song to be catchy, the kind of song that gets stuck in your head, you don't want to make it too difficult, and I don't, like, meaning, like, tempo-wise, really tempo-wise. You gotta keep a steady tempo the whole song. You can't.
Like a steady beat, like
yeah,
that.
Yeah. Not saying that you can't use crazy chords and it won't be catchy, but if it's, like, overly too much. Yeah, like God Only Knows is still catchy.
From the Beach Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still catchy. Even though it's got weird chords. Stuff like that. But if you go any farther than that, I don't think it'll be catchy.
You have to even out the melody and the lyrics. Like, you can't have too much into the lyrics, if that makes sense. Like, you can't put too many complicated things in your lyrics, but then you also can't make your melody too complicated. You have to even it out. Otherwise, how is it catchy? Like, how can that person learn your music and then be able to sing it within the next 2 days? That's how songs these days hit the charts. They have to be catchy somehow.
I'm not only a songwriter, but I want to be a writer someday. And I come up with stories in my head. And sometimes those stories in my head help me write songs. Some of my songs are about the stories I've come up with in my head. Maybe it's just like a random story about some girl who goes to school and is like an outcast or something. And then I might write a song about that. And it's not exactly about me. Sometimes it's fun to just like make up a story or make up something in your imagination, write a song out of it.
Yeah, I totally agree.
If you don't have something going on in your life, or if you just don't feel like writing about something in your real life, come up with something. Some of the greatest hits have been made up stories too.
Kokomo.
Sorry. The Beach Boys.
Conan Gray does that. If you guys know Conan Gray.
Yeah, Conan Gray does do that. except he writes songs about people he's never been in a relationship with. So it's more realistic. He didn't completely make things up. He kind of lied in his lyrics, but it's still amazing. I mean, I'm sure everyone's done it, and I think it's okay to do it. I think it's fine.
I think even over exaggerating a lyric is fine. Makes the song more powerful, even if like let's say it was like a stupid situation, and then you make it more in the song. It makes sense if you make it more in the song instead of just leaving like the stupid situation as the song. Then I feel like that's kind of weird.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's good to over exaggerate.
true. What's that one thing that you were telling me that sometimes the most catchy songs, if there's like a stutter in the lyrics?
Oh, yes.
Something I learned from my album podcast. Apparently, it's been proven that
Wait, why am I blanking out?
it's been proven that if you put like a stutter in a song, it will be like a hit.
Now, what do you mean by stutter? When you first told me that, I was confused.
Moving out, like you hear it moving out, and it's like heart attack, That
By
is a
Billy
stutter.
Joel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Moving Out by Billy Joel. The song has a stutter in it, and it became a #1 hit, and it's been proven that I think there was a Beatles song that had a stutter in it. It became a #1 hit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other songs.
And I actually do agree with that, because I feel like it's kind of weird, but whenever I do hear a stutter in a song, suddenly I'm into it. I think because they're like repeating the word, and it makes it kind of disco.
Also, like, just another thing. I struggle with this. I need to get better at this. Most catchy songs, or songs that are on the radio, for instance, they're usually nowhere past 3.5 minutes. I go to like 5 minutes long.
Sometimes I do.
And on almost every song. That's something that I need to work on. Just saying. Unless you're like pretty much okay with 5-minute songs, cool. But I want mine to be quicker, just smoothly, just run smoothly.
I think that my lyric skills have developed in the fact that I wrote a whole album based off of the Twilight Zone, and I was
Check it out.
Thank you.
See the little thing on the top of your video? See it? See the little thing? That's a link to that playlist that she has. Okay? So you're gonna go check it out. If it's not there, then I was just unable to figure it out. But still.
I wrote a whole album based off of my favorite show, which is the Twilight Zone, and I think because I did that, I was making, like, I would, like, write a song, you know, Time If It Lasts, which is an episode of Twilight Zone, and I was making it specifically what the episode is about, you know, the character, and, like, literally, like, using, like, all the specific stuff in the episode that only people who have seen it would understand. I think with that, writing that whole album, every song being very specific to every episode, I feel like that totally helped me with writing about specific things. It helped me so much because I wasn't good the first time I started on it. I just felt like, oh, I'm not that great at specific stuff. Kind of just like,
I love you. I want to be with you. No, that's how Hold I me. was.
There is this app that I do use. Do you use it as well?
yeah, I do. I used it today.
Yeah, Fast Rhymes is the app that changed my life because it not only just helps you find rhymes, I've noticed that as I've used it, like the more I use this app, the more I don't need it anymore, and I start to come up with rhymes on the spot. It just helps you see a bigger picture, like a bigger layout of words.
Can you show us some of your lyrics? Is that possible? Do you know some of yours?
I mean, where I've used words from there?
Well, no. Just give us like an example, like a sample.
Oh, Suffocating? I don't remember all the lyrics, but Suffocating is one of my originals, and most of those rhymes, like the verses, specifically the pre-choruses, are all used from Fast Rhymes. I would highly suggest it. It's pretty much free. The only thing that you'd have to go premium for is this this section of beats where you could like buy a backing track, but we don't need that.
And also the other thing that's premium is to get the definition of the word. Like if you're like, what does that mean? And then you click on the word, it'll be like premium. So you gotta go to your dictionary to figure out what that word means.
You could search a word, right? And it comes up in several categories. It comes up as rhymes with that word, obviously, and it could also be split into smaller sections like the words that rhyme with it that have 1 syllable, 2 syllables, 3 syllables.
Yes, there's rhymes related to, synonyms, associations, sound likes, similar meanings, spelled similarly, often followed by and described by.
Yeah, like they all sound the same, but they're all helpful. Get this app, it changed my life. I've been using it ever since I got it, and every single day. So yeah, get it. Just get it.
Get it.
Okay? Okay. One thing I do think that all songwriters need to know is you will never be good. That sounded like
Yeah, I was gonna say.
you will never be good if you keep limiting yourself. Like if you're putting this like cage around yourself, like I can only do so much with lyrics or so much with a melody, you're never gonna be good. And that just sounds like I'm being a bully, but I'm being a bully in a good way, because when I first started writing, like Adriana with the shopping cart thing, that's an example of limited, right? Me with the the ABCs thing, that is a limited thing, because I only did so much before I let myself be like, okay, you know what? It's okay to be realistic. It's okay to put your situations in there. It's okay to write certain words and like express, you know? Like, if you think that you can only use certain words or certain melodies or certain chord progressions,
you're wrong.
I feel like people, they want different stuff. People, they want better, like, more catchy things. Because I feel like if you're just going to repeat
people these days, they want something different every time, and they want more. And that's how people are. They're impatient people, too. That's why, like, whenever you write a song, you have to let yourself loose instead of wondering, does this sound weird or funny? Once you get that out of your brain, it's no longer weird, because it's expressing yourself. Period. Your artists, like the artists that you discover, whether they're popular or not, who cares if they're not popular? Whatever artists you like, you'll slowly notice that as you continue to write songs and check out new artists, your style is gonna like work together with the artists that you like, and they're gonna come together, and it's gonna be you in a song, but also you can hear other artists, but it's still you, because it's all these artists into one style. I'm always on Spotify 24/7. Adriana's always on Spotify 24/7.
It's probably like my most used app.
Yeah,
For being real.
one of my most used.
It's like an app.
And not
It's
a lot
like
of people just like, yeah, it is like a game. So what's the other thing that you were gonna talk about?
About maybe like songs or albums that would help people with songwriting. That's what I was thinking. Do you know anything? No, we're making a video.
One I would say is pet sounds.
Thank you. Okay, sorry.
I just think it's different. It's like, it's definitely, it's such an outside of the box album.
Oh, by the way, Pet Sounds is from Beach Boys.
Oh yeah, that's from Beach Boys. Listen to that, and I think the first time I heard it, I hated it. So it might take you a while, but it'll grow on you.
Yeah. One I would say that one might maybe help you.
His voice notes from Charlie Puth.
Was that loud enough?
No.
It's voice notes from Charlie Puth. This album I like because it's production. If you want to be whatever you want to be. If you want to be like a music producer later in life, or if you're really looking into the style of your music, production like basically defines you. So look into his stuff, because his production is so inspired by all these like old R&B artists, and it's amazing. Like you could just tell, and just his lyrics, everything is amazing. I got into it fast. I got mom into it. I got
We're putting this up. We're putting this up on our channel.
I got into it really quick.
Sasuke!
Watch Ponyo. So, I highly recommend you listen to voice notes because I got myself into it really quickly. Mom got herself into it really quickly. Adriana kind of likes Charlie Puth too, and so does Dad.
He's like, oh, I really got it.
I also recommend The Stranger.
Billy Joel!
Oh. Anyways. You know, I will say Elton John is also great too. I think one of the
You know what I'm feeling right now? I'm feeling
Anthony works in the ground.
I'm feeling the spirit of Billy Joel like right now. Like I feel him behind us.
Are you delusional? Should I be concerned?
Look.
Oh my gosh, he's here.
I know, right?
Okay.
Hi.
I think it's
By the way, guys, he wrote the album about me.
yeah. No. The whole album is like, it's kind of like Pet Sounds, but like different. Obviously, I think Pet Sounds is, like, I love voice notes, don't get me wrong. I'm not shutting you down.
No, I know.
But like Pet Sounds is, I think, the #1 album to listen to if you're looking for something different.
No, yeah, I know Voice Notes is not #1. That's just weird.
But Voice Notes is very good. I will recommend for people who like that people going for that new pop production sound. Scenes from an Italian restaurant on the album, which is like all about.
Hi, you. Say hi to
He's
Ruger.
our dog. It's not like just a
He's a sexy mama. Look at that hourglass. Okay, anyways.
It's scenes from an Italian restaurant. It's about a couple, Brenda and Eddie, and it's like this whole story about that couple. So if you're looking for more like story writing, that song is probably the strongest on the album, and it's just very, very like.
I'm not into her,
story.
but Taylor Swift also does storytelling.
Yes, she does.
I'm not a big fan of her at all. No. One thing I don't know, it depends on the human being, but I do find it very hard to like learn her songs quick. I like her old stuff. Like the country, like what was it called? It's called Fearless, right?
Yeah.
White Horse. Now it's too late for you and your white horse.
Honestly, I think Red was my favorite of Taylor Swift.
Red?
Yeah.
Have you listened to Red? The actual song?
Yeah.
Loving you is blue like I never
Yeah,
know.
Red and 22 are my
Loving
favorites
you
from
is
that
a
album.
crayon. No, I'm losing you.
I also think Rocket Man, just as a song, is an also inspirational song.
She packed her bags
Last night we fly. But if you're into jazz songwriting like I am, either Frank Sinatra in the Wee Small Hours, which is considered one of the greatest albums of all time. So I would just listen to it either way. And Julie is her name. It's Julie London. Most people don't listen to that album, but she's like my favorite jazz singer. So
If you listen to all these genres, it makes your style because you listen to everything. And
I really gotta put it out there. Sneeville is an absolutely genius song.
okay, the Lorax though should be a Broadway musical.
Should.
Let's just get that out of the way.
Okay, yeah. If you're a Beatles fan, Sgt. Pepper, but I'm not a fan of that album at all. In fact, I'm not a Beatles fan at all.
I'm sorry. No Beatles for me. I'm gonna squash them.
Alright, I will say, I love their earlier stuff. Depending on what it is, actually. Like Twist and Shout, you know, I Wanna Hold Your Hand. I love all those songs.
I wanna hold your hand.
Tell Me Why.
I wanna hold your. Tell me why.
Okay, dude, don't sing them all at once. A Hard Day's Night.
And then, no song. Don't sing it all like that. I don't know that.
Later Beatles,
Anthony works in the grocery
it's not my
store,
jam.
saving his pennies for someday.
Personally, the #1 album that you gotta, if you haven't heard it right now, you gotta hear it right now.
Pet Sounds.
Pet Sound. Bruh, you will not.
I'm not a big fan of old stuff, but Beatles.
But Beatles.
The Beach Boys.
But Beatles.
Beach Boys, though.
I know, right? I just think they need to be out there more. I also gotta say, for like Motown fans out there, just literally, I think What's Going On, Marvin Gaye, it's also considered one of the greatest albums.
Ruger! No, sir!
No!
So anyways,
Life in the Dream House!
don't forget to free yourself from any limitations when it comes to songwriting. Just Be okay with trying new things, giving up old drafts that don't work out. Because how could you ever get better if you don't mess up? Thank you, Miss Rivera, for joining us on the Rivera house.
Okay, Anthony works in the grocery store.
Saving his pennies for someday.
Top or bottom? I'll do top.
Mama Leone left a note on the door. He said, Sonny, move out to
He
the
said, it's Mama Leone.
She said, Sonny, move out to the country.
Oh, but you could trade your Chevy for a Cadillac. You ought to know by now. That's a thought.
Okay, bye. Bye. Okay, bye.